I think Aviso really took the time to think about scalability overall, right? I think that's where it is. You can add new features and functionalities on top of a tool that you have. That's great, right? Like, I think there are many tools out there doing like, trying to do similar things. Where Aviso just outshines everybody, aside from the functionalities, in my opinion, is the scalability of the tool, being able to pivot and shift with the go-to-market shift, right? Like, a fast-growing organization would have, or it could slow down, like, for an enterprise level company, like, but it can pivot and it can shift very easily. This is where just being in the space for a while, I've had the experience to kind of use multiple different tools. That's where I struggle the most. And when you struggle the most, it actually equates to dollars. There is an investment behind this. So I'll give you some examples. If you don't have the right scalable process, you could end up spending, you have to do some of those work somewhere else that the tool is going to leverage from a Salesforce investment perspective. You could end up spending a ton of money in Salesforce, right? Because of lack of scalability in the forecasting tool. That almost, in a sense, starts to drive your Salesforce architectural sort of design, right? That may or may not be right for Salesforce. You're forcing Salesforce sometimes to do certain things that it doesn't like to do. So you end up spending a ton of dollar, and then that really sort of accumulates your technical debt, right? Over time, when the business grows and scales up, you are just not able to handle that workload, right? Ultimately, you have to go back, rip things out, and rebuild. And having part of organizations having to do some of this work, it's sort of really near and dear to my heart, right? Like, where you sort of work with a tool that is, like, scalable and can grow with you, as opposed to you trying to work around it and trying to redesign other systems and tools behind it. So that's very critical. I think that's where Aviso outshines everyone.